Good morning, children. Let us continue yesterday's lesson. Yesterday I have explained about the continents. We have learned about Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Asia is the largest continent, and also the Africa is the second largest continent. And the world largest desert is located in the Africa only. So the next one is the North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus or Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. The three oceans surrounded this continent. So the what are the continents are there and what it is there. So we'll see in the map pointing also. So children, it is the North America is the third largest continent, and also the North America and South America, it is dividing through the three. Now here we can see that isthmus, the North America and South America, it is dividing the small isthmus, the narrow strip of land joined to land masses. By this isthmus or Panama, it is going to be divided. So children, the North America and South America, both the land mass is dividing by the isthmus. It is a narrow strip of the land joining to land masses also. Panama. So the next one is the South America. South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere, which two oceans surrounded it, east and the west. The Andes, world's largest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south. We will see that the Andes mountains, it is the longest mountains in the world only. South America has the world's largest river, that is the Amazon River. The Amazon basin and the natural vegetation, and also it is biggest and also the world largest river, and the Amazon basin is located in the South America. Next one is the Australia. Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. It is surrounded on all sides by the ocean and seas. It is called an island continent. So the children, the Australia is called the island. The four sides water. The Australia continent is surrounded by four sides water. So it is called the island. So if it is surrounded by the three sides of the water, it is called the peninsula also. So the Australia is called the island continent because the continent is surrounded by total, it is surrounded by the water. The next one is the Antarctica. Completely in the southern hemisphere is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent. Antarctica, it is the located in southern hemisphere. It is the huge continent only, but the South Pole also lies almost at the center of this continent. And as it located in the South Pole region, it is permanently covered with thick ice sheets. So it is located in the frigid zone, and when it is located in the near the poles, the total it is covered with snow only. There are no permanent human settlements because the land is covered with totally the ice only. Many countries have research stations in Antarctica. If any land it is there to improve or to construct anything also, many research centers they have started to search it, but there is the total continent is covered with snow only. And India also has a research station there. These are named as Maitri and also the Dakshina Gangotri. So the research centers that the research centers also mainly in the summer season only they are going to be. In winter season and other seasons, totally the area is covered with water only. So the children, The land masses, the seven continents, the lithosphere, it is divided into seven land masses, seven continents: Asia, Europe, Africa, Australia, North America, South America, Antarctica. The second one is the hydrosphere. The earth called the blue planet. More than 71% of the earth is covered with water and 29% with land also. The hydro means it gives information about the water, and the earth also third nearest planet, and also it is called the blue planet also. Why it is called the blue planet? Because 71% of the earth is covered with water and 29% is the land. Hydrosphere consists of water in all its forms, as running water in oceans and rivers and in lakes also, ice in glaciers, underground water and the water vapor in atmosphere, all comprises the hydrosphere. So children, that ocean water is there, river flow of the water, river water is there, and glaciers, the melting of the ice, and it is forming into the water. Even in the underground water also it is there, the water vapor. All these comes under the hydrosphere. More than 97% of the earth water is found in the oceans only. The biggest oceans are there. The landmass, the totally 97 in 100 percentage, 97% of the earth is covered by the oceans and is too salty for the human use. A large proportion of the rest of water is the form of ice sheets and glaciers or under the ground, and very small percentage is available as a fresh water for the human beings. So children, the 90 in the 97% of the water also, so here how much we are using for the ocean water is not useful for the human being purpose. So for the human being purpose, the well, underground water, river water, the ice when it is melting, the ice sheets or glaciers, this water is using for the human beings use. Hence, despite being a blue planet, we face a shortage of the water for the fresh water. Let us continue in the tomorrow's class about the oceans. Thank you.